December 23rd, 1096, Ursus, Chernobog. For normal citizens, this seemed like an ordinary day, but the aristocrats knew something was coming. In the days leading up to it, nobles were already escaping the city. The ones that stayed either did not take the threat seriously, or were too slow to escape. But on this day, a reunion entered the city. The infected terrorist organization led by Taula quickly overwhelmed the city's defense forces and took control of Chernobog. 2 days later, Reunion started taking children from all over Chernobog and locking them inside schools. At first, the noble children were supposed to stay with their parents and be used as hostages in negotiations with the Ursus Empire, but Mephisto, one of Reunion's leaders, convinced the others to lock the noble and common children together instead. While another Reunion leader, Patriot, gave orders to look after the children and not hurt them, Mephisto's true intention was to let the students' anxiety and class resentment drive them to fight among themselves. And so, children from several schools, including No. 4 secondary school, were brought to the Peterheim Middle School campus. After being locked there, it did not take even 12 hours before the nobles started arguing and fighting with each other over status. And so, Natalia Andreevna Rostova, the daughter of a count and student council president of No. 4 secondary school, even nicknamed the Pearl of No. 4, stepped into the role of a leader to stop the infighting. Not everyone agreed to join her, but she still ended up leading a group of over 30 noble students. And after one of them suggested that the commoners should provide a contribution to preserve the dignity of the aristocracy, she agreed, allowing the nobility to prey on the other students. The situation got even worse after a fire broke out, destroying one of the pantries. After this, Natalia's group occupied the second food storage and turned it into their stronghold, while the other students started fighting each other over whatever food remained. On the 5th day after being locked there, a group of students from No. 4 secondary school, notably Anna, Lada, and Vika, wandered through the campus looking for a classroom to shelter in. They eventually entered one and met a girl named Sonia, often called by the nickname General Zima, who was known even outside Peterheim for beating up bullies and being the strongest around. Since Anna knew Sonia as her old neighbor, she asked if they could stay with her. At first, Sonia refused, and a few people from the group even wanted to fight her, but after Lada offered to cook for her, Sonia accepted. Soon after, Anna even asked Sonia to lead them. However, this did not sit well with some of the others, and they attacked Sonia, forcing her to kill them. Meanwhile, Rosalind, a student from Peterheim, also known as General Leto, and considered the second strongest student there, decided to finally join the group herself. Since being locked inside the school, she had been approached by several factions, including one led by Andrei, all wanting to recruit her because of her reputation and strength, but she declined them all. Now though, after the fire, she kept being attacked and could not even sleep properly, and so she took a hit to her pride and decided to go ask Sonia for protection, hoping she could finally rest well. She planned to offer a few cans of ice soda in exchange for joining them, but when she entered the classroom, Sonia didn't seem interested in the cans. Instead, she asked Rosalind to help remove the bodies. On the night of the 8th day, Sonia was trying to sleep, slumped against the door of the classroom as always, preventing people from entering, but she couldn't. She kept having nightmares. While everyone else slept, Anna approached her, wanting to comfort her, but Sonia knew Anna was the one who truly needed comfort. She just had no idea how to give it. The two talked for a while and eventually decided on the group's name, the Ursus Student Self-Governing Group. But even after the official formation of USSG, Vika did not think they could survive like this. Fearing they would either starve to death or die fighting over food, she confronted Anna. She knew Sonia was strong. She had already saved several students and brought them here, but Vika didn't believe Sonia could protect them forever, so she suggested joining Natalia's faction instead. Anna disagreed, arguing that Sonia hated aristocrats, but Sonia overheard the conversation. This prompts Sonia to do something. During the night of the 10th day, Sonia snuck out alone. She knew Anna hated the aristocracy more than anything, and it would be nice if the cause of all her worries here just went away. She didn't believe she could kill all the nobles, but maybe, just maybe, if she captured their leader, Natalia, the nobles' control over the school would collapse. As she moved through the halls, she heard the yelling, screaming, and crying of other students. But this time, she didn't help. More mouths to feed was the last thing they needed. She made her way into the nobles' stronghold, but Sonia was never good at sneaking around. She got caught, and a massive fight broke out. During the struggle, she knocked over a candelabra, causing a second fire. The fire threw the school into complete chaos, destroying the nobles' stronghold, and with it, most of the remaining food. The nobles fled the burning building, but groups of students immediately started hunting them down and capturing them. Natalia herself was captured by one such group, but Sonia, whose original goal had been to capture Natalia in the first place, instead decided to save her, and after Anna agreed, Natalia was allowed to join USSG as well. But even after the fire stopped, the chaos never truly subsided. More and more violent attacks broke out between the remaining students. During this time, Anna finds Vika, her best friend, hanging from a window. But as Vika begged to be pulled up, Anna simply watched in silence as Vika fell to her death. Later, Anna took Vika's doll and gave it the same name. Sometime later, USSG was attacked by Andrei's group, now desperate for food. Sonia and Rosalind acted as the group's main fighters thanks to their strength, but they were cornered, heavily outnumbered, and Rosalind's arm had already been injured from the constant fighting. Anna kept Lada hidden in the back, but Lada no longer wanted to hide behind others. And when Natalia noticed something strange about the enemy's numbers, Lada suddenly lunged at Andrei, who tried to launch a surprise attack at Sonia and broke his neck. In the aftermath of this fight, Rosalind finally realized they could not continue like this much longer. They were low on food, and even with her and Sonia, the other gangs could still outnumber and injure or even kill them. That night, Rosalind told Anna she was going out to search for food, but instead, she went to speak with Reunion. She walked to her old dorm, now being used as Reunion space, where one of their members stopped her. Rosalind demanded to speak with their leader, but the request was denied because she was not infected. Still, she refused to leave, and as the Reunion member drew their weapon, they were suddenly stopped by Faust, who then escorted Rosalind to Mephisto himself. The conversation accomplished nothing. Mephisto simply mocked her, saying things like, "Your suffering has only just begun, and enjoy life," before letting her go. But by the next morning, Reunion was gone. Meanwhile, in another part of Chernobog, a student named Zoya, the daughter of a police officer, was being held in a different school. The students there had also been locked inside, but their situation was marginally better. There were no fires, no food shortages, and no students murdering each other. During this time, Zoya spent her days observing Reunion, learning their patrol routes and times, and today she was confident she could escape. But after she got out of the school, it wasn't long until a pair of Reunion members of the route surprised her, and she rushed to hide. From there, she overheard part of their conversation. They spoke openly about their own hatred for Mephisto, calling his arts evil, and lamenting how they had become little more than thugs breaking into homes, killing people, and setting fires. A moment later, a third Reunion member arrived, and Zoya overheard them discussing plans to slowly withdraw from the city. When one of the original guards left, Zoya seized the opportunity and escaped as well. The two remaining guards heard her, but never tried to stop her. One feared she would simply be killed if caught, while the other believed that escaping the relative safety of the school meant the girl was walking straight into her own grave. Zoya continued towards the central city where she lived, hoping to reunite with her parents. Along the way, she witnessed the chaos consuming Chernobog, destroyed houses, fires, explosions, terrified civilians, and Reunion members spreading destruction everywhere. She is left wondering why the military hasn't been sent here to restore order. As she approached her home district, she encountered Valerie, one of her father's colleagues, who recognized her. During their conversation, Valerie mentioned that the enemy was not just made up of ordinary infected people, but also monsters. He told her that her neighborhood had been among the first attacked, and that her mother was dead. He also revealed that her father had been sent with a small team to Peterheim. Despite Valerie's protests, Zoya decided to go there herself in search of him. But when she finally arrived at Peterheim, she was greeted by a sea of bodies, and among them, she recognized her father's uniform. Back at the Peterheim school, the struggle inside continued. It was almost as if the students hadn't even noticed Reunion had left, or maybe they had simply started to enjoy the chaos. Then, another tragedy struck, a catastrophe, a natural disaster that spreads origin along with destruction and death. Only then did the students realize they were actually free to leave the school. And so, the Ursus student self-governing group ran. The outside world was barely any better than what they had escaped, but they managed to hide in an area not yet overgrown by Originium. During this same period, Zoya survived alongside a small group of police officers. At first, they tried to maintain order and protect civilians, but eventually, they too turned to stealing food just to survive. During humanitarian relief effort, Rhodes Island managed to rescue both USSG from their hideout and Zoya, who was found unconscious and alone beneath a heap of rubble. With their families either dead or missing, they later became Rhodes Island operators, still carrying the guilt and trauma of Chernobog.